Ladies and gentlemen, this week's Wrestling Open main event is a six-man tag team match scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing team number one to my left at a total combined weight of 642 pounds from South Plainfield, New Jersey, your Jersey legend, the sure thing, Ray Jazz.
He's like the man in black, Johnny Cash in a way.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, he has all black on. Well, except those red knee pads.
And his tag team partners from Sparta, New Jersey, the Weapon, Lucas Chase, the Enforcer, Danny Miles, the Stetson Ranch.
I lived in New Jersey for 1 year, hated it.
Most do.
Different kind of people come from Jersey.
And introducing their opponents to my right, at a total combined weight of 602 pounds. First, sponsored tonight by @PatsFanBE from Hartford, Connecticut, Top 5, Dead or Alive, Sammy Diaz. His tag team partners accompanied to the ring by Benny the Basketball. From Rucker Park, New York, at guard number 3, Jermaine Marbury.
As someone from Cleveland, I take that as disrespect.
And their tag team partner, wrestling out of New York, New York, he is the Wrestling Open Champion, Fancy Ryan Clancy.
Ryan Clancy, we talked about climbing a mountain earlier. He had to climb about 17 different mountains before he could finally get the moment at the Palladium in the biggest show Wrestling Open has ever done and beat Brad Hollister for that championship. But it's like when he got to the top of the mountain, he turned around and a fire-breathing dragon was facing him down, that being the sure thing, the Jersey legend Ray Jazz, because man, Ray said it himself. Clancy, I hope you can feel that heat coming around the corner, because at Heat, I am going to take what has always belonged to me, and that is that Wrestling Open Championship.
Fancy Ryan Clancy likes to go old school, likes to keep it traditional. Ray Jazz is what we'd call a hooker, a stretcher, a shooter. You better watch yourself, because he can grab, twist, and break anything he wants.
But the thing that's very interesting to me about Ray Jazz and Fancy Ryan Clancy is Ray Jazz said he found his edge. But to me, in many ways, maybe it's like a funhouse mirror, but it's like these two are looking in a mirror in a weird way. They do have very similar attitudes. They do have similar mindsets. It's just that they present it in a different way.
It's yin and yang. You got to think every man has two sides. People think, oh, Ray Jazz, he's hanging out with Nunzio. He's in the FBI. Nunzio is a scary human being.
He's a bad man.
Do your research, and you'll know why Ray Jazz is what you call a shooter. You'll understand. You'll learn a little bit about UWFI back in Japan.
Yeah, Nunzio went over to Japan and knocked dudes out, scary, legit guys out for a long time. And that is why Ray Jazz, I think, has also found this edge, because he saw what Nunzio is all about up close and said, I can apply this to what I do.
I'm bigger, I'm badder, I'm younger. he can do exactly that. There's only one man in the way, and that's Ryan Clancy.
He is a freak athlete on top, because not only is he scary as a wrestler, this kid could go in there. If he really wanted to and applied himself, he could do lucha, he could do strong style, he could go in there and wrestle he could wrestle anywhere and do it better than 99% of the people who do it.
He really reminds me of Tyler Bate. When I first saw Tyler Bate at a very young 17-year-old, he's very similar to him. He knows what he's doing. Just a little fun fact for you, Eric Ryan, one of my best friends, two-time King of the Deathmatch champion. Ryan Clancy's his favorite wrestler.
Well, Ryan Clancy is a lot of people's favorite wrestler, especially here in the city of Worcester, which he has said is my second home, and it's because he not only fights for the people, but he wants to be a champion that people can be proud of, and he is showing why. Oh my goodness.
It's back and forth.
Just when he thinks he's about to get even an inch on Ray Jazz, Jazz said, not quite
side
yet.
shoulder roll right out of that into the tackle.
This is a preview of what we're about to see 1 week from tonight when Wrestling Open presents Heat right here at Electric Hayes. Title on the line. Ray Jazz challenges Fancy Ryan Clancy.
If you notice, these two, they're wrestling this match as if they're the only ones in it. They don't care about anything else. They don't even understand that they're in a trios match.
And in a six-man like this, usually a champion and a challenger, one of them's not getting in there right away. These two said to their teams, I'm up first. How rare is that in wrestling?
Very rare. And you're right, these two are so similar, but they're so different at the same time.
And Ray Jazz just said to Fancy Ryan Clancy, I got your number. I think that's exactly what he just said to him. Clancy and Danny Miles have a long history. They had a phenomenal best-of-5 series at the end of 2022 where Clancy finally prevailed. But I think Jermaine wants to get a little payback after Danny pulled that timeout nonsense a few weeks ago.
There's timeouts.
There are no timeouts in wrestling, but
what? He can bring Bernard the basketball out here, but
Benny.
Oh, whatever. He can't. Brian the basketball can come out here, but he can't call a timeout. There's a ref.
He called a timeout. It confused Jermaine for a half a second, and Danny capitalized on that.
Don't be a two-sport athlete.
Danny Miles, he might not have the UWFI credentials of a Nunzio, but this man is a bad man in his own right.
Veteran.
Longtime veteran, has been in there with a who's who in the history of our sport, and there's a reason Steven Stetson, despite being indefinitely suspended here at Wrestling Open, continues to pay Danny Miles handsomely as the enforcer of the Stetson.
He tried to Euro step him, didn't quite work, got him up for the fireman. I mean, what do you mean by indefinitely?
He was suspended indefinitely by Wrestling Open officials. We haven't heard anything from him since that time.
Listen, Stetson, just grease the wheels a little bit. You know how the world works, pal. A little green, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, he's threatened many lawsuits in the past to get his way. The fact that he hasn't gotten his way quite yet showed how far he crossed the line.
Time limit, 15 minutes remaining.
That's another story for another time. Right now, Lucas Chase, he's looking right at Sammy Diaz, and Sammy Diaz is looking right back at him.
A lot of stories going on here, a lot of animosity between all of these men. And then that stupid basketball. What's his, Bernard the basketball? That's what, Brian?
Benny the basketball
Benny.
on the floor, but right now we are going to get a rematch of sorts between Lucas Chase and Sammy Diaz here as Lucas hyping himself up. Yeah, go figure.
What do you mean? Strategy. It's called strategy, Crockett, all right?
And the enforcer stepping in here. I thought we were going to go 3 for 3. I thought everybody was going to go head on, but Lucas with different ideas. Ducks that clothesline, and again, top 5, dead or alive, showing why Brother Greatness brought him into the fold of the Church of Greatness. And Sammy Diaz said, I brought Lucas Chase into the church, and I'm going to send him out of Wrestling Open if I get my hands on him, but he's going to deal with Danny Miles first.
Listen, I'm not going to take anything away. Top 5, he may be right, but the Ranch work as a team all the time.
And you never know where that maniac Hammer Tune is. He could be right He could be ringside and we don't see the man, so you don't know what's going on with the Stetson Ranch. And Ray Jazz, I think him and Clancy are gonna go at it again, and you saw Ray Jazz just gesture there with that championship. Oh no!
Right in the head.
Sammy Diaz went to take to the air, and Lucas Chase, like Godzilla, swatted him out with that big kick to the head.
Can't take your eye off the ball. Huh? You get it?
Yeah, I get it. That's very cute of you, RSP. As, oh, look at this. Now Lucas Chase more than happy to take the tag.
Again, strategy. Get him off his game. Make him number 6. He won't know what to do.
Well, Sammy Diaz certainly not feeling like number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 right now, because the Stetson Ranch and Ray Jazz teaming up here tonight in this all-star main event, 1 week away from Heat, where in the main event, this man, formerly 49-0 at Wrestling Open, Ray Jazz, will challenge for what he says always belonged to him, and that is the Wrestling Open Championship.
He kind of reminds me of a young De Niro.
Yeah, I mean, he certainly has a lot of superstar qualities about him. He is the #1 contender to the Wrestling Open Championship, and he has told Fancy Ryan Clancy, I hope you feel that heat around the corner. The only difference is Fancy Ryan Clancy isn't willing to walk away from that Open Championship in 30 seconds flat. It's going to take so much more to take that championship away from him.
He might not have a choice. Jazz is a dangerous man. He's finally in the right mindset.
As Lucas Chase enjoying causing damage to Sammy Diaz after he already brutalized him inside of Steel Cage Warfare at the Palladium, back at the Last Stand. And what a humiliation that was for the entire church, so much so that the church all separately decided to go their own way. The only difference is Brother Greatness returned to have the back of Sammy in his quest against Lucas Chase.
Well, Sammy should be used to be fighting from down in the gutter like he is right now. So, I mean, at least he feels like he's at home.
What the hell does that mean?
Just facts. I need to borrow TJ's glasses.
Well, right now, the Stetson Ranch continues to assault and brutalize Sammy Diaz here. Use that hashtag. Let us know what you think of this all-star 6-man tag main event here tonight. 1 week away, the return of Kylie Ray and Zeta Steele. They will go one-on-one next week. Jermaine Marbury one-on-one with Danny Miles. But right now, Sammy Diaz, his laser focus, his obsession with Lucas Chase, it is looking like a bad obsession.
Divide and conquer. The Ranch know what they're doing.
And look at this. Lucas Chase ripping that shoulder tape off of Sammy Diaz. And I gotta say it was like Sammy Diaz put a target on himself with that one.
Of course, can't let anybody know any weaknesses. You already told your whole life story.
10 minutes have elapsed in the time limit. 10 minutes remain.
And stay tuned to our social medias this week. We will have more updates and match announcements as Wrestling Open presents Heat. 1 week away from tonight. Huge championship main event. All that and so much more. But who is going to go in to Heat with all the momentum after this main event here tonight?
Danny Miles. Super simple, super effective, and I love it. Listen, you want to get fancy, that's fine. He's going to kick you in the face and then slam you.
Huge power slam from the Enforcer. There's a reason Stetson has paid him so much money over the years to do his bidding. And even when he is in absentia, Danny Miles, Lucas Chase, and Hammer Tunis still getting that paycheck to do what Stetson wants them to do.
Nice back send time there from Danny. Come on, Sammy.
I mean, there's not much more to say when it comes to Sammy Diaz. He has had to overcome so much in his life. He shared that story back in the summer about how one of his best friends was killed when they were younger and how he wanted to do what was best, not only for his family, his friends, but also for himself, to find that light at the end of the tunnel. That was professional wrestling. but there is no light at the end of the tunnel courtesy of the Stetson Ranch right now.
There ain't no tunnels on the ranch.
As Sammy desperately trying to get over into that corner, but the Stetson Ranch saying, I don't think so.
The old abdominal stretch. No one knows how painful this really is.
As that is sunk in deep, especially when your breathing is labored, when you've been assaulted the way that you have.
Hip toss. He's not legal, though. Ray Jazz got the tag.
Oh, look at this.
Oklahoma, straight up. Look at the strength.
That was absurd, and he did it with ease.
Like it was nothing. He's a bad man.
Ray Jazz has found his edge, and he is looking right at the champion. When he destroyed Pedro Donez a few weeks ago, he looked Clancy in the eyes and he said, this is your destiny. And he believes it is his destiny to become the Wrestling Open champion at Heat in 1 week's time.
You see how quickly he moved from that ankle lock straight into that front chancery? Like it was nothing. Like he did it, he could do it in his sleep.
All-time wins leader at New York University and All-American in amateur wrestling. As Sammy tried to fight with everything he has, but Ray Jazz has that freak country strength that you cannot find in the gym, although he can lift some weights there too.
Ray Jazz has twice
tag.
as many wins as Ryan Kane's Clancy's been a lot. Oh, there it is. See, that's what you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out.
The Stetson Ranch drew in the referee's attention. He did not see the tag.
Come on, ref.
And Marbury unable to go in there and make the save for Sammy, just when Sammy thought he had it.
Ref, you know they tagged. Come on.
Whose side are you on?
I'm on the side of truth. Like I was saying, Ray Jazz has more wins, double I would say, than the amount of years Ryan Clancy's been alive.
Well, the one thing that this Worcester crowd can say is that they are on the side of Sammy Diaz, Jermaine Marbury, and Fancy Ryan Clancy. Can Sammy finally go and make that tag? There it is.
Why didn't he tag the basketball in? Oh, he's rocking now.
Oh man, he is going straight forward.
Oh!
Down goes Danny.
Look at the speed. He's just outclassing him at every turn.
He's going so fast, he missed his own clothesline at one point.
Oh, pump fake.
He faked him out, hooks the leg. Almost picking up the win.
That was very close.
And you talked about two-sport athlete. He has implemented things from the sport of basketball into wrestling with great success, and he almost had great success with the win here in the main event.
Ducked the clothesline there, I think. Oh, right into the German.
There's the alley-oop. Hits the German. Oh, Danny Miles right there to break it up for his team.
Smart veteran move. Pushed him right into the pin to break that up. Now he's pulling his own partner over to make the tag again. Veteran move.
And look at that, the Stetson Ranch bailing each other out like they always do. As here comes Clancy and these two rekindling a rivalry from 2022.
15 minutes have elapsed in the time limit. 5
Ray
minutes
Jazz got the
remaining.
tag. I don't think Clancy noticed. Eats a back elbow.
Well, I think he's about to notice. As here comes Ray Jazz and Danny Miles about to go to work on the champ. How about that? Jazz hitting the signature drop kick of Clancy onto him. What an indignity.
I think he has a better drop. I think he has a better drop kick than Clancy.
Clancy out at 2, but barely. And is that a sign of things to come in 7 days' time at Heat? Is it going to be the destiny of Ray Jazz to become Wrestling Open champ?
Couple forearms there. Well placed, went for the Euro. Fighting for the backslide, who's gonna get it?
Ray Jazz has won so many matches with that backslide.
Collided heads. Oh! Both went for something. I think they both got tagged and didn't even notice.
Yeah, they both got tagged there. They were so obsessed with each other, and that is one of the big stories between these two is their obsession with each other and how that all comes to a head next week in our main event.
This main event's so hot, someone called the cops.
Oh boy, it's about to get a lot hotter here.
They heard they stole the show.
Here we go. These two finally going at it in the center of the ring. Lucas tried to run, but he couldn't hide for long.
Springboard.
Oh, Danny caught him. Danny steps in.
Oh, on his face.
And he dumps him down face first.
Going up top. What are we gonna see here? Get him in Doomsday.
We're gonna go for that Steiner eyes.
Oh, victory roll! Sammy got out of it. Takes him straight over to the outside.
Cactus clothesline to the floor. Sammy threw his own body into it.
2 legal men are in the ring, the ref said. Roll them up.
Out
Only
at
2. Fireman's carry.
Wait, small package. Oh, 3. He got him. What a win in the main event.
The time of the fall, 17 minutes, 12 seconds. Here are your winners, the team of the Wrestling Open champion Ryan Clancy, Sammy Diaz, and Jermaine Marbury.
Jermaine Marbury picking up the win for his team in the main event. Come on.
He just hit Brandon the basketball.
Come on, the Stetson Ranch. Sore losers as always. You gotta be kidding me.
Sammy coming in now. He's hot.
He's not done with Lucas by a long shot here. As all 4 of these men they're about to fight into the back alley here at Electric Haze. Oh, Ray Jazz is in that ring. He is in there. This is a preview 1 week from tonight at Wrestling Open Heat. Oh, good Lord!
Went for the drop kick and got speared out of midair.
He absolutely barreled through the champion. And is this a sign of what we are going to see next week in the main event with the title on the line? He said it is his destiny to become Wrestling Open champion. Will he make it a reality in 7 days' time when this man, the challenger, Ray Jazz, goes one-on-one with the champion, Fancy Ryan Clancy? It goes down in the main event of Heat. Folks, join us next Thursday with the title on the line for RSP. This is Paul Crockett saying, is this a sign of things to come at Heat?